up and sit down.
And now, streaming live from the sunny Southern California coast, this is Options Uncensored.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve. Welcome to Options Uncensored. We're making real option trades in real time together. Let's get right into it. First things first, make sure you have your brokerage account open so you can follow along. Have your YouTube video quality set as high as possible. That way you can read the numbers a whole lot easier. Have a calculator on hand so we can do some easy math. If you have a question or a stock you want to go over together live, leave it in the comment section below. And finally, remember, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back from a very long weekend. Let's get right into it. Our open positions, we have our lift short call spread filled just a couple minutes ago, right before the open today. Palantir short call spread trying to get to 12. Bids at 12, marks at 13. This could fill during the show as well. We have a short put, the 40 put for CCJ, down slightly again today. This is March expiration. Don't worry, we got some time. And a short call spread, March expiration on the semiconductor ETF. Fighting back today. We'll see how this one plays out, okay? Then we've got 29 days till March expiration. So at this point, all new positions we open will be April, okay? I think April is like 58, 59 days out? We'll see. All right, first up today, we've got earnings from Walmart and Home Depot. Let's check them out. Walmart is up, all-time high post-earnings. So we'll look at the call side. Selling the call side on Walmart makes me nervous. Preferably, I'd wish this had gone down a lot and sell the put side, but you get what you get. So for April, right on the put side for obvious reasons. On the call side, you have to sell the 190, which is awfully close. It's a little close. If you sold the 190 and bought the 195, let's do the math. Let's take 132 minus 65 divided by 2 divided by 500. Yeah, 6.7%. That's not bad. You're going against Walmart, and the 190 is a little close. So keep that in mind. The 190 is right here. And we have some ways to go till April expiration. So this one's, I'd rather wait for something better. This isn't a bad trade. It's just not ideal. Maybe we'll get some upgrades tomorrow too. All right, next up, Home Depot. This is down after earnings, not by much though. Here's our chart. Yeah, hardly any movement. Open down's already rallied back. It's probably gonna be a nothing. On the put side, if you sold the 330, a lot of open interest at the 330. Seems fairly priced. You see how we got red on the call side and red on the put side? That means post earnings, premiums lower on both sides. You would have wanted to made this trade on Friday. Let's move on. Next up, we've got Capital One Financial trying to buy Discover Financial Services. Let's look at Capital One first. COF, down slightly on the news. Low IV. Here's your chart. Opened up down on the news. It has already rallied back, so there's probably nothing to do on this one. Put side, 120. Too illiquid though. You got a 115, 140 spread. Very low volume. Let's take a look at Discover DFS. This one's up 12% on the news. Their earnings are on April 17th, so we got well over a month. Opened up here. Was this a stock cash deal? I'm not sure. It's a merger. Okay. So, $35 billion in stock. Premium based on The 110 closing price. Okay, so interesting. Let's look at the call side. If you sold the 140, same thing, to a liquid. You've got a 95 130 spread, so skip that one. Put side, same thing, to a liquid. 10-cent spread here at the 110. That's a little too close. Okay, moving on. GFS. I think they got a government contract approved over the weekend until today's the 20th, right? Yeah. Let's see, 1.5 billion in the CHIPS Act grant. I think they're going to grow more production out of New York and I think Vermont as well. So, good for them. Not a very volatile stock. It's gone nowhere since 2021. Low volume on the put side, a little bit of volume on the call side. You'd have to sell the 65, 10-cent spread on both the 65 and the 70. Not a lot of volume. To a liquid. Let's move on. Just curious, yeah. And earnings for this one are all the way out in May, so we don't have to worry about earnings either. Next up, let's look at Caterpillar, CAT. What do we get? A downgrade today? Downgrade at Evercore. Earnings are at the end of April. This one's tough. It's had this big move up, very little pullback. We'll catch support at 300. Put side, if you sold the 280, very liquid as well. Close, but no cigar on this one. Let's move on. JetBlue, upgrade. We had the Carl Icahn news, I think, last week, and then an upgrade today from, hold on here, Deutsche Bank. Okay, raises price target to $9. All right, great. So we had the news from Carl Icahn and an upgrade today. This is the day of the Carl Icahn news. I think if you'd want to sell the call side, we may have already missed it. Yeah, not much as far as volatility goes. You'd have to sell the 9, and that makes sense. Price target is 9. Earnings at the end of April. Let's pass on this one. Next up, Love LUV. That's Southwest Airlines. I think they got upgraded as well. Same thing from Deutsche and Bernstein. To 32. Price target adjustment. Here's your chart. You can make the case for selling the call side here, maybe. You'd have to sell the 40. Good liquidity. Sell the 40 and buy the 42.50. That's a $250 spread. Let's do the math. What do we got? 37 minus 17 divided by 2 divided by 250. Only 4%. Not worth it. Skip it. Put side. You'd have to sell the 30. It's a little close. But there's that. All right. Moving on. Not much news out today. That's pretty much all the headlines. Let's look at some follow-ups from last week. See if we can either make some decisions here or knock them off the list. First up is Newmont. I know we got earnings coming up on the 22nd. That's in 2 days before they open. So that would be Thursday morning. Here's your chart. It's down in the dumps here. If we can get some more selling either today or tomorrow, maybe we could sell puts before earnings. On the put side for April, you'd have to go all the way out to 30's too close, and the 27.50's too far out to make this worth it today. We'll check in one more time tomorrow, and that'll be it. If it's down big after earnings, we can go and sell puts again, but right now we just kind of got to wait and see here. Let's take a look at March really quick. March. You'd have to sell the 30. Skip this one. All right, Twilio, TWLO. Okay. Oh boy. All right, so this is what, the third day after earnings. No news, no downgrades yet. Let's take a look at the chart. We have this ascending, so check it out. We've got, if we look at our chart, we've got a low here at 43, then another low at 45, then a low at 50. You can make the case that we'll get another higher low here. Let's look at the put side. April, if you sold the 47, holy moly. So liquidity ends at 45. The 42 has no bid, no volume. You could sell the 47 by the 45. Let's do the math on that one. 61 minus 40 divided by 2 divided by 200, 5.2. Interesting. Where's 47 on the chart? Closer than I thought. Right here. And mind you, this is April expiration, so we've got a long time till then. Volatility has dropped off a bit. We'll follow up one more day. Tomorrow, if it's down again tomorrow, we'll go ahead and look at the put side, okay? Close, really close on this one. This is where there was higher volatility. Next up, Intel, INTC, looking for 39, is it? Okay. Here's our chart. Yeah, looking for 39. The support from back here. It's not there yet. It may take some time to get there. And if so, volatility might be dead at that point. Next earnings report is end of April. So this may be a nothing. Go ahead and take it off the list. If anyone follows up every day and it gets down to 39, let me know. We'll take it off. No more follow-ups. And this will probably be the last day for ARM, ARM. Down 7%. So we follow this one post earnings. Let's review. Had this big move up past earnings. Day 3, we should have sold the call spread. Only problem was it was a little too illiquid, so that was a little nerve-wracking. And it's coming back down now. So I wouldn't sell the put side either, but definitely it's hard. The call side may have missed it. You can still probably sneak in on the call side. It's just too illiquid still. You go farther out, sell the 200. Still awfully illiquid. Not enough volume here, that's the problem. Palantir position got filled as well today. We'll go over these two a little bit later, okay? On the put side for ARM, I don't know if I do want to sell it, but maybe get paid for it. You'd want to sell the 65 and buy the 60. The liquidity on these is horrible. You got a 50-88 spread. Same issue. Moving on. Let's take ARM off the list. We missed the call side. It's too illiquid. Next up, Roku. Roku's down, I think, big again today. Yeah, down 7, almost 8%. Day 2 after earnings? Yeah, today's day 2 after earnings on Roku. No news on the upgrades or downgrade side. Obviously would be on the downgrade side. No price target readjustments from anybody. So the put side could look interesting here. We've traded Roku a bunch. Yikes, so. Jesus. Same thing, you have this upward ascending trend line. Could catch a bounce around 60, but I'd be okay. Where are we at right now? We're getting a lot of support right here. I can go ahead and sell the put side here. I think we're almost there. Maybe early on this one, April. Earnings are until the end of April. Okay. Put side, you'd want to sell the 50 and cover it with the 45. It's the math. 88 minus 41 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.7. Let's look really quick. If we got paid the ask, verticals on the put side, 5. 53 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.3% is the best we can get. $50 on the charts all the way down here for April though. Gonna catch support here, right where we're at, and also at 61, and finally at 57.50. All right, we're not really getting paid for this one, which doesn't make me happy, but I do like the other setup. So if you sold the 50, bought the 45, I'll go ahead on this one. The 50.45 vertical. 50.45 is right here. Going to sell one April 50 put and buy one April 45 put. Receive a credit. We'll go with the ask of 53. Actually, know what? We're going to change. Actually, yeah, 53 is fine. Hold on one second. 55 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.5%. I change this to 55. If it gets filled, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. All right, preview the ticket. Sell one Roku 50 put to open. Buy one Roku 45 put to open. Receive a credit of 55. Send that one out. We'll hang tight here. If it gets filled, we'll set a buy to close order. Good till canceled, limit debit of $27, okay? All right, next. Alcoa, follow up on Alcoa. Looking for 25 on Alcoa. Earnings are mid-April. We got some time. Close. We're getting close on this one. Waiting for it to break down below this low on the 13th. Should get a good bounce at 25. We're not there yet, but we're close. Okay. Next up, DoorDash. This is a follow from last week. DASH. So earnings were last week on the 15th, Thursday. Gap. So it had a strong day after earnings. Gap down, sold off the next 2 days. Down 3.5% today. Earnings aren't until May now. Below average volatility, so that's not the best. I don't know what I was thinking here. Not really crazy about the call side or the put side. You've missed the opportunity to sell the call side. And it's not down far enough to sell the put side. If you got down to 103 maybe even 101, but I don't know what I was thinking. Why is this on the list? Let's see what side's paying what. If you sell the put side, 95 pays you 133. On the call side, 130 pays you 145. 145. Everything's perfectly priced here. So there's no skew on the call or the put side for April. This thing's perfectly priced, I think. I think we'll move on. We're going to take DoorDash off the list, okay? All right. Next up, Nike is on the list. That's a follow-up. NKE. Earnings for Nike are March 21st, or exactly a month away. Well, what was that? An insider sold, Nike insider sold $17.6 million of shares. That's no good. Interesting. Put side 87.50 says at 90. Call side, no, I have to redo this one. The 90's at 124. Call side, the 115's at 138. 138, 124. This thing's perfectly priced too. I'd have to say pass on this one. We'll take Nike off the list. Coinbase is next. COIN. Post earnings now. Down 6%. Oh, no. We're looking to sell the call side at 208. We missed this one. Okay, so let's take a look here. Ran up into earnings. Gapped up after earnings and sold off. And now here's day 2 selling off. So we wanted to get up to 208 to sell the call side. It's not going to get there. And volatility's been sucked out. Let's take a look. Options. Actually, everything's perfectly priced. It's not above or below average volatility. We want heightened volatility. So we'll take Coinbase off the list. On the put side, though, maybe. Nah. Nothing to do here right now. If it fell back all the way down to the 200 day, maybe take a look then. As of right now, hold on this one. All right, cool. Let's go to our Ivy rank scanner and we'll sort by volume. Got some volatility in the Qs and SPY. Let's take a look at the Qs. Well, boy, oh boy, tough. April, put side, you'd want to sell. Go out to, the 390. The 390 pays 288. Call side. The 455 pays 277. So both sides are perfectly priced on this one. There's no skew on either side, and that makes sense. You know, you can make the case that this thing's going to come back and pull back more, so you would want to sell the call side. But you also have this strong momentum to the upside, so you can sell the put side too. That makes sense. There's no extreme buying by retail on either side. So if there's no strong buying by retail, there's not really anything to sell. Good liquidity on this one, though. Let's take a look at SPY, SPY. Yeah, if you wanted to sell the put side, you're way early. You want to wait till pull back to 479 to sell the put side. We're not there yet. And same thing on the call side. A lot of momentum to the upside. There's going to be a lot of dip buying every red day like today. So you got to hold on tight here. We get NVIDIA on Wednesday, don't we? NVIDIA's tomorrow. So tomorrow after the close, we'll get NVIDIA earnings. We'll check it out. The Russell, still floating around in no man's land, trying to get to 210 outside the call spread there. We're not there yet. Apple, February earnings. Okay, let's take a look at Apple. Apple hasn't really rallied much. Kind of a buzzkill here on Apple. It could actually be rolling over. You got, and that's why the put side actually has some volatility. You got a double top here, and now a failure to get past the third top and coming back down. You can make the case that we're going down in Apple. Put side April, you'd want to sell 165, and you get paid 134 bucks. That seems fair considering it says Apple. We do have some heightened volatility here, so then the list is right. Let's wait. How about this? If Apple has a sell-off, pulls back to, oh, I don't know. I have to do the 50% retracement. 125, 200. Give me a minute. 75 divided by 2. 37. 200 minus 37. 163. If it pulls back to 163, I saw the put side there. Okay, so there's that. If it breaks below this low in October, gets down to 163, we'll sell the put side on Apple. Done. We'll write it down the list. Apple 163. Let me check. If you sold the put side today, what's your strike? Your strike would be the 165. Perfectly priced. Yep. Done. Hold on. AMD still up there. We're already short the semiconductor ETF. I want to stay away from any other semi in the meantime. And they have the event today. An investor webinar. Walmart, we already looked at. Palantir, we're already short our call spread. Wait, sorry. Palantir filled today. Since we're here, why don't we go over both of these, and then we'll go back to the list. Palantir, first up, PLTR. Let's review the trade to see what we did. So, post-earnings, I believe it was on this day. On February 8th, we sold the call spread for March expiration. We sold the 28 and bought the 30. 28's up here, right here. Sold the 28, bought the 30. Moved sideways for a couple days and then moved back down today. Made our money. So $12 divided by 200. 12 divided by 200. That was a 6% return on our short call spread. Now let's look at Lyft, LYFT. Oh boy, when did we open this one? We probably opened it. Yeah, we did. Okay, so on February 15th, we sold the call spread, but it was midday. So I think, or sorry, it was mid-bar here. So it was probably around $18 and still moved against us. But then it's come back over the Friday session and today. So we sold the 21 and bought the 23. 21's up here. 23's up here. This was March expiration call side. Same thing. We made $13 divided by 200. 13 divided by 200. That's a 6.5% return. Okay, great. So we risked, technically we didn't risk $200. We risked $200 minus 24. And that's our return. So even slightly higher than 6.5% return. So good. These two were fun. So there's quick in and out trades. These are always fun and easy and fast. They're the ones you don't sweat about. All right, back to the list. Let's find something else. Palantir. Hold now. Don't go in on Palantir. Supermarkets got down 8% today. That thing ran like crazy. That was in bubble territory. Let's look at the chart just so you understand. SMCI. SMCI. These are unsustainable moves. When you see a chart go vertical like this, when you see a chart go vertical like this, the pullback is going to be hard and fast. And look, it's moved over the course of 2 days. It's gone from $1,000 a share down to $700 a share. If you bought on this day, you're already down a lot. So we talked about selling the call side back here. I think it was just too illiquid, and that's why we didn't pull the trigger. Yeah, look at these prices. So call side for April, you'd have to sell this 970 and you get paid $3,580 to sell the call side open. That's cuckoo. And this is now that the bubbles burst. So that's why with all this volatility, it's at the 99th percentile of the 30-day IV rank. That's crazy. That's why they're so expensive. And when things are expensive, you want to sell them. Right, you got it. Marathon Digital on the 28th. Coinbase. We already looked at that one. We took it off the list. Intel. Nope. ARM we already looked at. ARM's kind of done the same thing where it's had this vertical rise post-earnings, parabolic and pulling back. Pass on Pfizer, Roku. We got our open order on Roku. Robinhood will pass. Baba. Not right now. HYG. We haven't looked at the bond market recently. Let's pass. Rivian on the 21st. Bank of America. The banks are coming up in a month and a half here. CCJ is still on the list. We already sold the put side, so we're already in on that one. If you want to open something on CCJ today, what would I do? CCJ, dun dun dun. God bless it all. So you open it up on the day after earnings. It's gone against us. This is just a straight out put. Could be catching the bounce here. So the first stop for a bounce was here at 41.50, where it's kind of bouncing, leveling off right now. Could move back up now. If not, next stop down is at 39, and we got the 200-day coming up to help us. So a lot of upward momentum. We should be getting bounces here. April, so I have March expiration at the 40. For April expiration, yeah, April makes more sense at this point. Put side April. Lordy. Look at this. 36. This 36 strike. Ton of volume there. Nothing on the call side. A ton of volume on the put side. I wonder if they're selling the 40 and buying the 36 or just selling these right out. This is cool. If I was in this one, I would sell the 36 today, April, and go along with this is a institutional. Some big guy. $10.13. Night 7. So at 7:13 Pacific time, 10:13 East Coast, at a price of 56, there is wow, in one block. Incredible. Well, good luck to him. Actually, they're probably timing it perfectly. Whoever this was, in one block, smart person. Smarter than me, actually. Damn. Really smart. All right. Moving on. Fascinating. Okay. Back to the list. Taiwan Semi. Pass. Uber. Let's check it out. Man, that CCJ trade by whoever did that, that's smart. I like that one. It's going to bug me all day now. All right, Uber. Past earnings, gapped up, is selling off. I think the move has been made on this one. What time was that? 7:50? Okay. Gap up here, selling off, mis-selling the call side. Pass on Uber. All right, next page. SMH is still up there. We're already in it. We sold, what did we sell? 200, 205? Yeah, 200, 205. Let's take a look. SMH. So I'm in March, sold the 200 and bought the 205, and we did that back here on January 18th. It's moved against us this whole time. That's our down 130 bucks. But if this semi rally is over, the pullback will continue. It will have good support. I'm not gonna lie, we'll have support at 176. But if this pulls back to 176, we'll make our money and be out of it. And that's what, at this point, you'd have to assume will happen. Because this move since late October has got to take a break somewhere. And if we have a bigger pullback, by the time the 200-day moves up, catch a bounce here at 176, I'd actually sell the put side if we get down there. But right now, call side is where it's at. April, yeah, everything is heightened across the curve. So March or April makes sense. Even though you may have missed it, on the put side, you'd want to sell the 220 and buy the 225. What do you get? $227 minus 160 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.7%. That's very fairly priced. Trying to make 33. I'm trying to make 27 bucks. You'd make 33 on that one. Pretty good liquidity too. Okie dokie, back to the list. We'll do a couple more and then we'll call it for today. PayPal. Nah. Trade Desk is down 7% and their post earnings, right? Yeah, TTD. Let's take a look. Someone asked about TTD a couple weeks ago, I remember, in the comments section. Where are we at right now? Ah, no. Missed it. So earnings, huge gap up, big sell-off today. You would have wanted to sell the call side back on Friday. Too bad. And way below volatility now, so you don't want to sell anything here. Wow. The $95 strike has lost $220 today. That's cool. Riot, no. Lyft, we just got out of. Let's take some time. We don't want to go back in yet. Adobe on the 14th. Adobe was on CNBC this morning. They've got some new AI technology coming out on their products. So that's cool. American Airlines, pass. I can't remember the last time we made a trade in the airlines. Boeing. Shopify, no. ABR. Let's take a look at ABR. Yeah, the put side's definitely expensive here. That's right about that. The 10-cent spread's a little annoying, but the 10 strike is definitely expensive. Earnings on the 16th. We're past earnings. Reiterates outperform. Okay. Oh, that was today. So Wedbush readers outperform, maintain 17 as the price target. Here's your chart. The put side was selling the 10. That's way down here. Okay. You can make the case for selling the 10. It's just your liquidity sucks. The most open interest is here at the 10. Close, but no cigar. Next. Cisco. No. Snowflake on the 28th. That's coming up. Citigroup. No. Capital One. We already looked at. Kraft Heinz. No. Applied Material. Anything else? GDX. Missed it. Square on the 22nd. That's in a couple days. Thursday after the close. Anything else? VRT. Let's check it out. Maybe that'll be the last one for today. Too illiquid. Too illiquid. All right, I think we're going to wrap things up. I've got a busy day myself ahead. So let's review both our Lyft short call spread and our Palantir short call spread got filled today. Made 6.5%, 7% return on our play there. Great. Good job for me. We've got a short put spread on Roku open at 55. If it gets filled, we'll set a close order at 27. CCJ, I'm fine with that one. And the semiconductor ETF is coming back down, so that makes me happy too. We're very light on position, so we'll have to see if we can fill this back up this week. We've had a lot of good trades already this year. It's only February 20th, so a lot of good things so far this year. That makes us happy. So far, so good. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in every morning, 7:15 a.m. on the West Coast and 10:15 a.m. on the East Coast. We go live every morning trading options. Also, tell your friends who are trading to tune in as well. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks so much. Have a happy Tuesday, and we'll see you all tomorrow.